DNA is the 100 most powerful words of your brand that no one else can say. And that's a really important part. Everybody else that's on shelf at Whole Foods, what can you say that none of them can say? That makes you special and different. And why does it matter? Why does brand DNA matter? It means knowing exactly who you are so that you're not tongue-tied, or that you have clarity and confidence if you run into the one person that can help you take that next step to grow your brand. Maybe it's the buyer that you've been trying to reach, but you should know cold who you are and why you're different from your competitors. Your brand DNA also helps you make business decisions. Once you get that down on paper, you can look back on it, you and your team, to make decisions about things that you may be at a crossroads, and you may have two very difficult choices in front of you, but you have to make one of them. Your brand DNA can help you figure that out. For example, what issues should I talk about in my marketing communications? Knowing your brand DNA, and particularly your values, can help you figure out, should I say something about current events? Should I say something about events that you may feel personally connected to, but may or may not be a part of your brand DNA? It can help you answer questions such as, which vendors should I work with? Where should I source my ingredients? Who are the partners that I'm going to work with? All these questions can be guided by your brand DNA to make sure that you're living up to your values.
Brand DNA, there can be many different aspects, and for different brands, you may have different aspects. I think that when we're talking about CPG brands, the four most important aspects of your brand DNA are your mission, the reason you go to work every day. Why do you wake up and jump out of bed? 2, your values, the set of principles that you uphold above all else. What do you care about so dearly that you will make decisions based on that later on down the line? Your beliefs, these dictate who you are, what you do, and how you do it. And they're really your unique perspective on the world. They sort of lead into your mission. Like, you, the founder, saw the world in this particular way that no one saw. You saw this opportunities, you saw this need, you saw this confluence of the current context and situation. What is your belief that led you to start your business? And the last is product benefits. And this is really key for CPG companies. What's the value you bring to your consumer? This will expand as you grow, but in the beginning, you should be very clear about the products that you release and the value that you bring to the consumer. So it's easy for them to understand and say, oh yeah, it makes sense that they launched that product, or it makes sense that this is the same brand. These brands could do better with their brand DNA in a number of ways. I think the biggest thing is, and it's not so much a getting wrong or a bad thing, it's just that with being a founder and being resource constrained and being scrappy, sometimes you don't take the time to sit down and actually say, okay, what is my brand DNA? So often a lot of brands don't have it. They may think, I do have my mission, but then they'll tell me their mission and it'll be too generic. It'll be something that anyone can say, like, I want to help make healthier, convenient food. Well, so does every other product on Whole Foods shelves. How are you doing it that's different than everybody else? I think it's really important that brands write down their brand DNA on paper. This way, it's powerful. You can refer back to it. You can send it and share it to your partners, your brokers, your creative freelancers, whoever it is that's working on your brand, because unlike you, they are not living and breathing your brand every day. So they may need a little reminder, a little reference guide about who you are. And writing down your brand DNA can help them understand what is truly at your brand's heart, what truly makes you special.
Okay, if you're thinking about composing it, here are some tips and tricks to get you started. First, figure out who are the right people in the room to help you compose your brand DNA. It is not a one woman or a one man show, because your brand should have more than just you as its heart. And getting more ideas is better in these types of exercises. The second is to use brainstorming techniques in order to get all the ideas out on a whiteboard or post-its on the wall so that you can see, what are all the pieces of the brand's mission that we should think about. Iterate on ideas. Every idea is a good idea. And this is a really good tip: that the source is your friend. Sometimes you know what you want to say, but it doesn't sound quite right. A thesaurus can help you figure that out. Also a fabulous copywriter. Get inspiration from other brands. It's helpful sometimes to think, okay, what would Disney's brand DNA be? Or what is their mission? Or what are the values of Impossible Foods? And that can help you clarify what each of the aspects of brand DNA is, and then craft it for yourself. And then the last tip I have for you is, sometimes it's helpful to think about who your brand enemy is. Who are you fighting against? What are you trying to solve for? And when you can sort of personify that, that makes it that much more visceral, so that when you're describing and finding the 100 most powerful words to describe your brand, that it can help you find those right words. And lastly, this is something that I help brands with every day. So if you're looking for an outside expert, feel free to find out more about my Brand DNA workbook and workshop at nourishingfoodmarketing.com.